You know, sometimes I wish I could be as smart as Sherlock Holmes, but then my brain might explode. Hey guys, Melinda here. Today I am going to be talking about the Netflix original Enola Holmes. For those of you that don't know, Netflix released a film about Sherlock Holmes' younger sister named Enola. I remember seeing the trailer for this and it looked so adorable and so cute, so I thought I had to watch it because I love all the Sherlock Holmes stories and movies that have been released over the past years, so I decided to sit down and watch it for this week. For those of you who haven't seen any of my movie reviews, I like to review the movie in a way that I don't give any spoilers, so that way anybody can click onto this video and not have to worry about any spoilers, and then they can determine if they want to go watch the film or not. So I won't have any spoilers. The only things I will be talking about is if they are addressed in the trailer, so you can go look up the trailer and that's what they show basically. So what this film is about is Enola is living with her mom. Her older brothers, Sherlock and Mycroft, have moved out, so she lives alone with her mom, and her mom goes missing. So she decides to reach out to her older brothers and ask specifically for Sherlock Holmes's help to find out where her mother is. And for those of you, if you don't know, Sherlock Holmes is a fiction story about a very wise and smart detective that can basically solve any case. So Mycroft and Sherlock come and visit her and they try to help her discover what's going to happen, but Mycroft thinks that she hasn't been raised as a proper lady, so he wants to put her through school and really learn how to become a young lady and a young woman that somebody would want to marry one day. But along the way, she is still in search of her mother, and she comes across this young boy, and they have like a kind of a storyline together, and yeah, there you go. That's the premise of the film. So yes, I thought this was a very cute and a very adorable film. I very much enjoyed watching it. It was very well paced and timed out correctly, that it constantly had my attention, and I didn't ever have a single moment that I was bored and then the 2 hours went like that. That was very nice and a very pleasant surprise. I know sometimes when they have like these lighthearted stories, it's hard to keep the audience's attention and keep the story going. There was enough in this film to constantly have your attention and keep you on the edge of your seat. There are a lot of big names in this film. I was actually kind of surprised. Millie Bobby Brown, who is known for Stranger Things, plays Enola Holmes. Henry Cavill plays Sherlock Holmes. So I'm sorry if I say his name wrong, but we also have Sam Claflin, who plays Mycroft Holmes, and then also Helena Bonham Carter, who plays Enola Holmes' mother. Well, I guess I should say everybody's mother, since they're all related. So yes, lots of big names in this film, and I was actually kind of surprised at how many faces I recognized and how many big names were in this, and I think that really adds on to it because then it'll draw in a lot more people to watch this film, so that is definitely a good thing. Millie Bobby Brown is amazing in this film. I think she is such a talented young actress, and I can see her doing very well in this industry, and what's good is that she started as a very young age, so she has many years of success ahead of her. But she's a very talented actress, and she was very good in this film. She was very wonderful and very pleasant to watch. It was very enjoyable. And then also, Henry Cavill played an amazing Sherlock Holmes. He is not in this story as much, but for the bits and pieces that we do see of him, I thought he was actually really great, like better than Robert Downey Jr., in my opinion. I would almost suggest everybody to go watch this film if you're a fan of the Sherlock Holmes film, just to see his performance, because I thought he did a great job as Sherlock. So I think the two of them really made this film go to a whole new level. Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill, both amazing actors, and did such a phenomenal job within this movie. And I'll tell you though, Netflix is so good to their people, because you know Henry Cavill is also The Witcher and Millie Bobby Brown is in Stranger Things. Both Netflix originals. Netflix, you're doing a great job taking care of your actors. Something that you do see in the trailer is that Enola Holmes breaks the fourth wall a lot. She is constantly talking to the camera, so like talking to the audience, kind of as a narration of what's going on in her head. Personally, I am just not a big fan of breaking the fourth wall unless it's done correctly. Like, I love how Deadpool did it. The 16 walls was hilarious. Within this film, I guess I just wasn't a big fan of the fourth wall breaking. I think I would have preferred if they did like an actual voiceover, so she's not talking, she's not looking at the camera, but it's a voiceover so we can hear her inner monologue. I will say though that I do understand and I do respect the fact that they did do the fourth wall break, because it's definitely different and unique and not a lot of films do it, especially when it comes to the Sherlock Holmes films. I know that they have done a lot of voiceovers with him, so I imagine that the writers of this film wanted to go past that boundary and step outside of the box and be unique about it, so that's why they decided to do the fourth wall break. Again, completely understand and respect it. Personally, just was not a big fan of it, especially how often it happened. The way that they did it at the very beginning of the film was very tasteful, and how she is introducing the audience to her story about her mom disappearing, her brothers are coming, this is her plan. All of that I thought was very well done, and I really did like it, but the fact that the fourth wall break kept going on throughout the entire film, just wasn't a big fan of that, personally, again. So going back to Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes, I wrote in my notes that because I thought he did such an amazing job, I hope that they either have a sequel to this, because I would love to see another Enola Holmes film with hopefully more Sherlock within it, or I almost hope that Netflix does a spin-off movie, a new Sherlock Holmes story, but with Henry Cavill. Netflix, please make more Sherlock Holmes films. This movie was so cleverly written, which is good. You need that when it comes to Enola Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, that entire family, because they are such a very smart, witty, and clever family that you need to have this film so detail-oriented and on point with figuring out the mystery and the clues that are laid out. So I thought it was very, very well written and a very good story. When you go watch the trailer, I want to say that the majority of the trailer focuses on the fact that Enola Holmes' mom is missing and that she's going to try and find out where she is, what happened to her, and then they briefly introduce the story of this boy that she ends up meeting, and they have like a side story together. The thing that I don't like about the trailer is that that is how they make the film seem like it's gonna be, but it was actually the opposite. The majority of the film was actually the story with this boy. The side story that they invented for the two of them is actually kind of the entire film, and then finding the mom is very focused on at the very beginning and the very end of the film. So I want to say in total of this 2-hour film, 30 minutes of the film is about the mom. The rest is about this boy and their story together. I wasn't a big fan of that, but the trailer made it seem like it was going to be about the mom, because that's the story I was expecting and wanted to see more of Enola's detective skills. Then it ended up being more towards this boy and his story. But don't get me wrong, again, very good story. I very enjoyed it. I just wish that they would have perceived the trailer a little bit different to give the audience an actual idea of what to expect in this film. There's just one thing that I didn't really like. This film does such an amazing job at capturing the period, the time frame within this film of when it was shot, the accents, the speech dialogue, the costumes, like everything. So well put together, so detail oriented that it just works and it's perfect. The fact that they really captured what society was like in that day. Going back to Enola and the side story of the boy, I apologize, I do not remember his name whatsoever. The story that the two of them have together, I kind of almost wish there was more of it. I thought they had such great chemistry. Without giving any spoilers, I will just say though that even though the entirety of the film kind of surrounds his story, the boy himself isn't present during a lot of it, if you catch my drift. So I kind of almost wish that he was present more often and then we could see more of the two of them together, because I thought they had such great chemistry. The two of them as actors were really great and I really believed their story and their connection. So I really wish there was more of that. And again, that's just a preferential thing, and if maybe they do a sequel, then we could see more of them in that film, but that is just something that I really wanted in this film. And that is pretty much all of my notes. So I would say that this is a family-friendly film. I tend to watch a lot of things that are very inappropriate, have inappropriate language in adult situations, but this is such a good, light, wholehearted family story. I recommend this for everybody of all ages. Everybody, I think, would very much enjoy this story. It was so cute, so put together, very pleasurable to watch, and very enjoyable. There you go. That is Enola Holmes. That is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you all for the support. If you like this video, or if you like the movie Enola Holmes, then please give this video a big thumbs up. It would absolutely mean the world to me. And make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already and you want to see more content. I have some fun holiday Christmas themed videos coming up next month for you guys that I'm so excited to make and share with you guys. So stay tuned for all of that fun content. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Live life, always laugh, and enjoy the journey. Bye. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! I don't know what just happened.